Hi there, it's Wendy with Ask the Landlady, and I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make profit in real estate. And today's question from someone is, what do I do if disaster hits? I don't want to lose everything. And this one I totally understand. Over the past 20 years, my properties have been hit with floods, fires, and falling trees, and it's bound to happen. Things happen, and this business is not without risk. But there are a few ways that you can hedge against disaster. First one, the one that's really worked out best for me over the long haul here, is to own several properties, is simply to grow. If one property is down for some reason, like a fire, or someone finds lead paint, or a tenant destroys everything in the apartment, you end up with a vacancy, you have other properties to keep things going and pick up the slack. This is called economies of scale. You hear a lot of people talk about wanting to buy an apartment building that only has one roof, not instead of having single family houses where you have 10 different roofs to take care of when things go wrong. So the more that you take on, it seems counterintuitive, but the more you're able to mitigate your risk of bad things happening at one location or property. So it's a good reason to grow your business, is simply to get bigger so that you can spread out that risk that could happen. Number two is have insurance. Of course, this is required by your bank mortgages, but if you pay in cash, you have that possibility of, I guess, going uninsured, which you would never do because you're a landlady, too smart for that. So one thing to remember is that not all insurance is the same. In the beginning, when I was growing the business, I needed more cash and I simply wanted just enough insurance to pay off that mortgage if something went south and I had to walk away. I would be out from underneath that. But it doesn't help you. Remember, a simple policy doesn't help you with a slip and fall claim or a dog bite or some liability issue. So for those issues, you're gonna definitely want to add liability at all times. Have liability if nothing else, if you're willing to let go of the money, because that can have bigger consequences for you. And maybe even an umbrella policy, which is what we have. An umbrella policy provides excess liability coverage. You can have that on even your house and your auto, your boat, whatever. That's that excess stuff that goes above and beyond what your policy might just have. So your policy may allow $100,000, but you might have an umbrella policy of $1 million in case there is some big claim that comes back against you and your business that will help do that. That's where your maybe medical bills or repairs exceed what is allowed by that individual policy. So if you have several properties, an umbrella policy is going to be very helpful. So what you want to definitely do is have a good insurance agent that you can talk to about all the possibilities and see what you can do to minimize the payments that you have to put out there, but get enough coverage to account for any major risks that could actually destroy your business. So that's something that you got to balance when you get ready to get that policy in place. Third and last is to have some good legal and law enforcement relationships. I recently had a situation where a house, the siding was damaged from a fire that happened across an alley from a house that was burning down way over there. It created some damage to my house. Simply being known by my local fire and police personnel was very helpful, because they were able to give me some information and get the reports to me easily and give me some advice about situations, which was very helpful. Since my deductible was $10,000, wasn't going to cover just for that coverage there. Having that on my side was able to maybe talk to my lawyer about how I can go for the insurance from the house that actually did burn down and help mitigate that and help pay for my issues that happened there. So you want to have those good relationships. Have somebody on your side for those types of things. So when things go sour, you have somebody that you can call and just say, help me out here. This is a difficult situation, and they can give you some information and some advice. So all this information and more is in my handy dandy book, Lessons from the Landlady, which you can jump over to my website, askthelandlady.com. If you buy it from me personally there, I'm happy to sign it and ship it directly to you. If you'd rather, go to Amazon, just look it up, Lessons from the Landlady. It's right there, and it will come right to your doorway, and it has all the mistakes I've made over the last 20 years, and there have been quite a few, and in each chapter I will tell you how I fixed that or tried to improve upon it, just like we do here in this dialogue we're having on YouTube. So buy my book, put down a comment down in the comments so that we can keep this dialogue going. Let me know what you want to hear about, because it's not easy being a landlady, but we're all in this together. Thanks. Have a great day.